Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome
Hello.
to welcome to East and West podcast. It's your host here, favorite MC. I'm together with GP.
Yep.
What up, GP?
Yeah, what's up? What's up? It's good to be here.
It's been a while. It's been a while.
Yeah.
And we thank God the setting has a little bit changed.
Yeah, we leveled up.
Level up.
We got some money, so.
Guys, this is not because of YouTube, but we have to work hard outside of YouTube.
Yeah.
At least to afford these two mics, and
We still need money, though.
yes, we need, and that's why we're doing this.
Yeah.
Well, welcome back. This is East and West podcast.
Yeah. Before we start, can you
Yes.
tell people more about this podcast?
So this podcast, guys, we just want to focus more on East and West entertainment-wise in Africa, talking about Tanzania and Nigeria, because we all know that currently in Africa, the countries that are kind of like leading musically, you can mention Nigeria and Tanzania pretty much, like East and West. But also in West you have Ghana and other countries like that, and then in the East you have Kenya, people like Sauti Sol. They're doing pretty good in the East. So the purpose of this podcast is to connect these two sides of East and West, and kind of like talking about all the entertainment issues that are going on. If you guys haven't seen the first episode, second and third, you can check them out. We've done it already. And today we're going to talk about something very interesting. And in the future as well, we'll be talking about so many things.
Yeah. We just, we want to keep you guys current on what is happening in both the East and West. And of course, there's somebody out there who will be like, why the heck are they focused on East and West only?
Yeah.
We'll try to focus on the South. The reason why we focus on East and West is because we are from the East and West, and we might not know what is happening in the South and in the North. So, but you can educate us, and then maybe we'll start something about that.
Exactly.
So don't worry.
Yeah.
We'll cover you up.
And there's always a room for improvement. So
That's right.
You always need to start small and then you go big, right?
Yeah.
So we start from East and West, but sometimes we might be talking about everything in Africa, because we want this to be one of the biggest podcasts from Africa, East and West podcast.
In Korean,
GP.
in Korean we say "Chogum shijakeso, najunge kojo, kojora."
In Swahili we say "Bandu bandu humaliza gogo."
That's right.
And pole pole ndio mwendo. All those are kind of Swahili proverbs. Yeah. So yes, people. So today, man, we're gonna talk about what has been happening recently in the East, and it's actually related to East and West, because the person that we're gonna talk about today, she has a boyfriend, and that boyfriend is from the West. You guys, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Everybody loves Nigerian.
Nigerian people, don't give them a chance. They'll destroy your life.
No.
In
Everybody.
a good way, of course.
Let me tell you something. As a girl, you need to date a Nigerian guy.
Why?
Because we're the best at loving and romance,
Yeah.
Come try me. I'm single anyway. Why are you laughing?
All right. We're just going to go right away. We're going to talk about VANESSA MDEE today. VANESSA MDEE, recently he announced that she announced recently that she's going to leave the industry, and she's quitting music, which has been really big news in the East and of course in Africa, because she's very famous in Africa. She started as a journalist, announcer in MTV Bay, South Africa, and then later on she came to music industry, and she was doing pretty good. But recently she announced that she want to leave because of the experience that she had in music, talking about depression, talking about mental health, that she struggled a lot. And when I was listening to her interviews, to her podcast, she said so many things about what she's been struggling, how much she's been trying to work hard, but the result has never been the same. And she actually released another video kind of like one day ago, because a lot of people, they were asking that, Vanessa, are you really leaving music for good? Like, are you really, you're never gonna sing again? You gotta be clear about this. So she released the new video, and she talked about, she said, I'm not really, she said, I love music. Music is part of me, but I want to leave, like, I don't want to do music as an entertainment. Like, I don't want to be in the music industry. Yes, that's what she said. She said, I don't want to be in the music industry, but I'll continue singing. Like, I'll continue maybe releasing song. After a month I might release a song, but it's not really like the way that I used to do. Like, all those kind of pressure that comes from it. Like, I don't know what exactly she was talking about, if it's management, but that's what I'm guessing, that she's talking about management, because what she's saying, what she was going through is because of management issues as well. That she's working hard, she received a lot of money, but at the end of the day, this money she need to divide to everybody, and she left with nothing. Like, she don't have really anything. She put so much work, but she need to pay for the dancers, managers, and all these people who are trying to help her to reach somewhere, and at the end of the day, there's not really money. So she says she's not really leaving music, because she cannot leave music, but she's leaving music industry. Like, she don't want to deal with anything related to industry, but she will still do it, like you say, like as a hobby, or as a, I guess, like releasing song, just like what we are doing. So that's what we're gonna be talking about, I guess. It's a lot of information. GP, what do you think?
You want me to just dive into the topic?
Just dive into the topic, yeah.
I mean, honestly, I'm really happy for her. Mm-hmm. I'm really happy for her. That's a bold decision and a bold step. Like, thinking about her level musically. Thinking about up until now, the number of fans she's been able to gather.
Exactly.
The number of fans she was able to convince to actually become her fan. And thinking about that, these days in the world we live in right now, everybody is being conforming to this pressure of social media.
Exactly.
I need to keep up this image because this is what people think about me. This is what people expect of me. But regardless of that, she chose her own happiness, which is really huge. Because we are living here in South Korea. And we, not only in South Korea, even in America, you've seen a lot of people committing suicide. These are famous singers. They are going through depression, going through anxiety, but the only solution they found was to just kill themselves. Because, I don't know why, but they were not able to just say, oh, I quit, or I do this, I do that. But I'm actually really proud of Vanessa. Yeah. I'm really happy for her, and I'm really sure, she's gonna, her life is gonna become more happier. Because what else do you want than doing what you actually wanted and being more free, Yeah. I understand her. Yeah. It takes a lot. If you are putting in a lot of work to get something, and then you're not getting the amount of input or the amount of income you expect, I feel you should do what is necessary to, just for your own happiness and for your own peace of mind, Because right now, imagine if she just continue and then she incur this debt on her head. It's at the end of the day, it's only her. Because once she don't have money, all those dancers, all those management will just drop her and go to the next. So she's doing the right thing.
One thing that she talked about the pressure that comes with this responsibility and the responsibility and the determination of keeping the image she has. Like, as long as you're a celebrity, you have fans, you have people who they're constantly waiting to hear from you, if it is music and everything. So you always need to have this image of celebrity, image of keeping it up, image of being better, image of keeping your standard, your level, your stage, and not letting down your fans. So at the end of the day, you find yourself in this bubble trying to keep the image that what other people they want you to be and they demand you to be, but at the same time you don't really enjoy it. She said as days goes on, she's been losing passion for music, even though she loves so much passion, but she's been losing that because there is no result comes from it. And in the recent video that she released yesterday, she talked about the deal that she had with Universal Studio. He said that she actually had to cancel that contract because what she wanted, they were not providing what she wanted. Like, she didn't see anything good come from that contract. Like, she was not that free, and they were not fulfilling her needs or something, that because she's talented, she has this amazing talent, but she couldn't really see the benefit of doing this. Then she was like, okay, instead of doing this thing with Universal Studio, I would rather do it on my own, and on my own I'll be able to earn even more money than what I'm earning from this. So I know a lot of people are disappointed, and a lot of people, they have been asking her that, why are you doing this? Why are you leaving? You don't think about us. But what she said, what's the point of me doing this if I'm not happy? I'm no longer happy doing music, doing the way that other people, they want me to do. And I've been stressed so much. So right now, what I want to do, I just want to, enjoy life. I want to have fun. I want to enjoy these moments that I have, instead of doing something that is actually taking my energy away. So I agree with GP, and I think as a true fan of VANESSA MDEE, I think it's a time for you guys to actually support her with this decision, because what if you hear that she died because she was depressed, or she commits suicide? It's the same thing.
That's gonna be sad.
Yeah. Are you gonna be happy, guys? Especially for those who are attacking her, that why are you leaving, this and that. Are you gonna be happy? But she's happy right now, and she don't want to do the way that other people want anymore. I think we should be happy for her. And
I feel this decision that she just made, it's gonna make her better. Because thinking about Nigeria and also Diamond, yes. These are artists that actually started, like, a lot of Nigerian artists that Davido, Wizkid, other famous artists, what they do is, they started with a particular record label, but later on, they changed and they started their own record label. Exactly. Why? Because every artist, every musician wants to be in charge of his or her music. They don't want, somebody else to take care of that. Why? Because if you let somebody come into your music and change that, you're going to end up doing what the person wants and not what you want, which at the same time, that is not freedom, and then it's going to take away your happiness. The reason why I'm saying this is because actually me and my brother here, we had a movie yesterday. That movie. And also, not that, remember our own personal experience.
Exactly, that's true.
Yeah, we graduated from our universities in Korea. Yeah, and then we got a job related to music, but then there was no freedom. Yeah. And it was hell. Yes. Because of that absence of freedom, it was hell for us. That at the end of everything, we decided to quit.
That's so true.
So I feel with freedom, you'll be able to spread your wings, and be more creative. So I feel what she's doing is gonna make her better and bigger. Yeah. Don't be surprised; she's gonna be next to Diamond. Because this is just the first step of her, going back to her roots, going back to her basics, finding herself, and then coming back with full force, with her own army. So I feel something is gonna happen in the future that will shock us and say, oh, she did the right thing. Because that's not the first time she made a decision like that. When she was a host, when she was a journalist, she quit that and went into music, and she was successful.
Actually,
So just trust her. I feel she knows what she's doing.
That's actually true. Thinking about our situation, maybe one day we'll be able to let you guys know our story. But for us, it was a little bit different, because where we were working, we had money. You know what I mean? Like, money was not a problem in that company. We received a lot of money. We had a lot of opportunities, and we were doing something that we love. But the only problem that we lacked, it was freedom to do what we want. But we're just ending up doing what this boss want, and we cannot really do what we want. So because of that, we were like, hey, we cannot work in this kind of environment. Even though we receive money, we had to quit, and we had to leave everything. Literally, we were there having everything. And we left money, we lost our visa, we lost our insurances, we lost everything. We started from the scratch. And here right now where we are, doing this podcast, we are at the scratch right now. We are at the bottom, guys, we are at the bottom. And that's
but the most important thing is we are happy.
We're happy.
And we gained that freedom that we wanted, and which it made us more creative.
Yeah.
Just like he said, we were at a place where whatever idea we came up with, it was shut down.
Shut down.
You have to do what I say.
Stolen. Yeah.
So, and then at some point, he shut down our ideas, but then comes back the next day with the same idea and say it is his idea. Can you imagine? So yeah, he never gave us credit for anything.
Yeah,
remember we came up with the name, the logo. He never gave us credit. But anyway,
like there's no credit. I mean, there's not even our names in the book, but you came up with the name and with the logo and things like that.
We put in a lot of work. A lot of energy. We pushed and pushed, but yeah.
And just to add to that, I want to ask you guys a question. Have you seen the movie called The Intern? Me and JP watched it yesterday. You guys, you have to check it out. It's exactly the same thing. It's like this girl who had an amazing idea of a company, and she raised this company within, it was 2 years, I guess, and it became really big company. But then some of her advisors, they were advising her to actually hire a CEO because they were wondering that, hey, I think in the coming years you're not going to be able to keep up with this image, so we need to hire somebody who is expert on, like, as a CEO, making decision and helping out to keep the image of the company. So this girl, she was having really hard time that, this is the company that I've started from the scratch. How am I going to give it to somebody else who don't understand the vision, don't understand the heart of this? How is he going to be able to carry this company to the next level? And grateful or thankful there was somebody beside that girl who was there to advise her that, hey, I've never seen somebody like you. You started this company from the scratch and this is where you are. And do you know who did that? And it was like, you did that. Yeah. So because you did that, I believe in you and I have faith in you that you'll be able to go actually somewhere else. And so leading to this company, this movie, The Intern, you guys can watch it out. It's on Netflix. Comparing to Vanessa, I feel like that Ajoshi, that old man who was advising this boss of this company, I feel like he's Rotimi. I feel like it's this Nigerian man Rotimi, because if you guys heard about it, she talked a lot about that something that really released her from the depression, from all this bad experience that she was going through. She actually said love saved her. And she's calling Rotimi, and she's calling like him raw. He's actually is an angel in human body. Like God sent an angel in a human body
with a big nose.
Shout out to Rotimi's nose.
I feel he's my twin because we have the same nose.
Look at this nose, man. This nose is like potato. Guys, Nigerians, they have really big nose. There's no argument to that. And of course, we have big mouth. Tanzanians. And God is blessing us with that. But anyways, yeah, so she talked about that. And what comes to my mind is that what matters is it's not just about you're doing what you love, but also are you happy with what you're doing? It doesn't matter how much money you make. For example, for us right now, personally, I don't make money with what I'm doing, the videos I'm sharing. I don't earn money yet. What GP is doing with his program, he's not really earning money, but we are happy. And who do you have around you? Who do you have next to you? Do you have somebody who actually disappoints you, take energy away from you? Or do you have somebody who actually supports you, helps you to see the world in a different perspective? So in that case, of course, shout out to Rotimi. And I wish, honestly, I have one concern, that she said she was able to get through what she was going through because of Rotimi. But I know Vanessa and Rotimi, they're believers. But what my concern is, because you know that you cannot have people all the time.
Yeah.
That's my concern. That what if Rotimi just is not there anymore? Is no longer there. Are you gonna continue to be happy? Are you gonna continue to actually enjoy, even though that person who helped you to go through, this hard time, he's no longer there? Honestly, we are not praying for that. I'm not praying for that, but personally, I wish the best for Vanessa and Rotimi. But this is one thing that we also have to put on the table. What do you think, GB?
Well, for me, I understand the direction in which you're driving at, but at the same time, I feel most times in life, people are not always strong, and people don't always know what to do. Yeah. It takes somebody to actually, make them realize how strong they can be. So I feel, let's say God used Rotimi to deliver her from that depression or whatever it is, right? At the same time, she's still God's daughter, and God will still have her back. So even if Rotimi is not there, I feel she's gonna, we all learn from experience.
That's true.
She's gonna remember that, I used to be like this, and this is what saved me. And then I feel right now, the reason why she wasn't able to overcome that on her own was because that was the first time her experiencing that depression, right? And then somebody came and delivered her. So right now she knows what it feels like, and she knows how not to go back to there. So even though she finds herself there, she knows what to do right now. She knows how to deliver. So it's like most times in life, it takes just one special person, to make us realize that, we are in this, and that person also, tell us how to overcome that, how to get out of there.
That's true.
So at the same time, we learn from that, and then we became smarter. Experience makes us smarter. Experience makes us better. So I feel she's she's grown. And then, she's gonna, even though if Rotimi is not there, she's gonna
be able to go through that.
Yeah,
that's true. I know there's a lot of artists out there, maybe they're experiencing the same thing, and they didn't have a platform or courage to share. But mental health and depression is a serious thing. Recently, just last week, I guess, one of the best musicians in India, he killed himself. He committed suicide because of that. Actor. Is that actor? And here in Korea, guys, if you guys are fans of K-pop, actually almost every single month we have one of the very biggest stars, K-pop stars here in Korea, committing suicide. It's actually the first country is leading for people committing suicide, and especially celebrities. They always kill themselves, and they leave these letters that talks about depression and pressure that they receive from fans, the image that they need to keep up. So this is real big thing. And even personally, I'm not celebrity, but I've experienced this. GP, because you live here with me, you've seen me being at the point where I almost, collapsed. I actually collapsed, and I was even taken to emergency room here in Korea. But I experienced that, some part of that I experienced, and it was awful experience. So I think you have any responsibility to actually make decision for what you're going through. Like you can anything for yourself. That's what matters.
You have to be there for yourself.
Exactly.
First, think about your mental health. Think about yourself, and other people come later. It's not called being selfish. It's called being careful. You cannot deny yourself of living just to please people.
Yes.
No, you gotta.
You're not gonna be able to please.
Because at the end of everything, if you die, people they're just gonna say R.I.P.
Exactly.
for one week.
Yeah.
And after that, they forget about you. They forget about the joy you give them.
Exactly.
So you have to stay alive. Think about yourself first.
Yes.
That's why. That's why I really truly support Vanessa. I know she's gonna succeed.
I'm confident. She's very talented. She's very smart. She's bright. She's beautiful. And I know whatever that she's gonna touch, it's gonna turn to gold. I know that, no doubt.
If eventually, I don't know, if in case it happens, she breaks up with Rotimi, she can come and date me.
Another Nigerian guy.
I can be her angel. I used to have a huge crush on her, by the way.
I remember.
I used to like her so much. So,
Vanessa, I listened to that.
But I'm actually really happy. That guy is really, he's I think he's young, but he's amazing.
Exactly.
And I love the way he treats her. He calls her African Queen. African Queen?
They have so many nicknames like Mr. Butterscotch, Mrs. Butterscotch or something.
He's just really amazing. That is, that's what inspires me. Not only do they inspire musically, they also inspire romantically,
Yeah,
they
it's
take
one
care
of the
of
cutest
themselves,
couple right now in Africa. So, guys, that's pretty much what we have for today. Please let us know what are your thoughts in the comment section. Let us know if you're going through anything, and again, let's support VANESSA MDEE, and also, let's support everybody, because there's a lot of musicians. Whoever you see, like if it's a big musician, you just need to know that they're going through a lot and they don't really show. So as a fans and as a people, we really need to support them and to be there for them. So let us know in the comment section what you're going through, what you're struggling, and if there's any advice that you want or any topic that you want East and West podcast to discuss and talk about, let us know in the comment section.
Yeah. And don't forget to follow us on social medias.
Exactly.
Instagram, Facebook.
Yes.
And also look at our other, we have other projects too.
They'll be able to see when they follow us on Instagram.
That's right.
Yeah, I'll leave the content below and the links. You can just follow us there and you can see what we're doing.
Don't forget to like, share, and comment.
Yeah, man. Swahili Nation. Swahili to the world. Thank you, guys.
Pigeon to the world.
Yes. MCGP. We are out of here.
Yeah. Bye.